Hey there guys, and welcome back to Alex Invest. As we can see, the Canadian markets are green today, the US markets are closed, but it is a good sign for tomorrow because the green energy sector specifically in Canada is doing well again. So I think we will see continued gains there in the US as well after sort of that sell-off that we had on Thursday and Friday last week, right? So that is good. But today I want to talk to you guys about the Very Good Food Company again because it's a Canadian stock. And of course, there's a few pretty good announcements here that we want to talk about. And the first one is the acquisition of the Cultured Nut, and basically that the Very Good Food Company purchases all of the Cultured Nut shares in this agreement. Now, they have only signed a non-binding letter of intent so far, so it's not as though the deal has already been finalized here and the acquisition has happened, but it is likely to happen. And the reason is because we already see the Cultured Nuts cheese products on the Very Good Food Company's website, so it is more likely than not going to go through. But I think right now still the Very Good Food Company is just testing out to see how these products go. What is nice is the plant-based dairy industry as well is one that is growing a lot here, right? I mean, look at VRYYF Foods, for example, you know. And the other thing we can note, which is actually in the article, it says here the dairy alternatives market, including the plant-based and vegan sector, is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 11.2% from 2020 to 2027 to reach $44.9 billion by 2027. And there aren't too many companies that are doing this right now. There is VRYYF Foods, which is doing very well, and maybe one or two other ones. But again, it's nice to see the Very Good Food Company picking up on this and getting into this market while they still can, while it's still a new industry here. So very good stuff to see there. And I am excited for this acquisition. If it does go through, I think we will see the price of the Very Good Food Company go up from there. And here I've also highlighted the part about the conditions here, and none of these conditions are really a big deal, which makes me even more think that this is going to go through soon here. It says mutual due diligence has to be done, the negotiation and execution of a definitive agreement, and the satisfaction of all closing conditions. So really just formalities here that we have to go through in order to finalize this deal. So that is good. And we can also see here that it'll be a $1 million cash payment and also shares equal to $1 million as well. And the last $1 million will be from cash payments once sort of certain milestones are hit and certain requirements are hit. So that's kind of the deal they have there. And I think it is going to be very good for the future here because Very Good Food Company is trying to set up that online store, that e-commerce store, right? Sort of a one-stop shop here almost. So they have their plant-based meat products. They're getting their plant-based dairy products now and that cheese products, right? And I think they're just going to continue to grow in their products here and move forward because of that. And, you know, as their e-commerce website kind of grows in products and grows in awareness here and brand recognition, then we will see sales increase as we already have seen. And I think we're just going to continue that as we move forward, which kind of brings us to our next point about production, right? Because you know, they have the demand and now they just need the production aspect. It was actually announced on January 13th that the Very Good Food Company will begin commissioning of its Vancouver-based production facility. So again, they're now working on their Vancouver facility, and I said that this would happen in my last video, you know, and I'll just go over it again here quickly, is that they want to work on their Vancouver facility first and then their California facility because of COVID and some of these other reasons here, right? With things going on in the US, they've decided to wait for COVID to be over a little bit more to start in that California facility. And in the meantime, they're working on their smaller Vancouver facility for now, which should be enough to keep up with demand for now with their Victoria facility and their Vancouver facility there, right? Now, this is a leased facility and they've actually leased it from VRYYF Foods. But what's nice about that is it's already set up as a plant-based food manufacturing facility here, right? So there's not much that we have to do to get going here. They have to do to get going here. So that's great. And again, 37 million pounds of plant-based meat product will be able to be produced and sort of over the next year. And again, that represents an approximate increase of 2,690%. That's a big ramp up in production, and we're seeing a big ramp up in demand. So I think these are all just catalysts that are going to keep moving Very Good Food Company price higher. And you know, not the worst time to invest here either. We're coming back down from those highs here, right? And we could wait to see what happens tomorrow, but I think with some of this news that we are seeing here and sort of these catalysts that are coming up again, it's not too bad of a time here. Obviously down here was the best time, and I'm pretty sure I told you guys that after we came down here it would be a great time to invest. And since then, of course, we've just gone up and up here, right? Again, to almost back to those all-time highs back at the 950 level, right? But still not there yet. And again, I do see the price much higher than it was back here at 912. You know, I actually see this becoming a very big company. So, you know, anywhere around this kind of part here, we could wait to around the 1717 level. If it hits that, we could see it hit that, but we might not as well. So again, if it's a long-term hold, and this one is a long-term hold for me, any range here really is a good spot to buy in, I think. So with the compound annual growth rates we're seeing in the entire plant-based food sector, right, I do see the price sort of continuing upwards from here. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the video today. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and share the video as well, guys. I would really appreciate that. And other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.